give you a little change to help you, it's still not the same as you doing your thing. You're still going to spend it for whatever they gave you for. If it's to pay your hospital bill, or to change your car, or to do something, it's that. But you're not at your thing. So, I wasn't happy for many years, but I didn't know how to leave. And so God spoke to me, and one day I just heard, booyah, enough is enough. And I quit my job. And that period I quit my job because I never had time to do anything else. I decided to apply for motivational speaker certificate. I did the exam, I studied, it was a lot. But I knew I have been called to do that. I've been doing that without getting paid for it. So I was like, let me just get the certificate so that I might be able to take it to another level. But how you know when you're doing your purpose is that it's something that you will do, it's your hobby, you are passionate about, and you do it for free even if they didn't pay you. Just like cooking. People that love cooking. Before you know, somebody say, can you help us do this cater at this party? Some people don't suffer unprovoked abuse beatings, or people are beating your children in there, or you're doing some substance. You understand? When you have an open mindset, you seek out and welcome positive affirmations, and you begin to expand. If you are not a giver, don't expect to. If you are not a giver, don't expect to be bigger than where you are. And you can give two out. You are a giver. Don't wait till I don't have enough. How can I give? You know. So just make these people smile a bit. How can people be running around carrying plantain chips? And I bet you, I'm not lying, that some of these people are graduates. And it's so like now, some people will be like, when I die, I will come as another person. But you know, this one way you do it, you know what? You know, try to make sense. You know what I mean? I'm not going around like that. I'm almost 60 and I'm changing career. And when I step out, I'm scared a little bit sometimes because it's just me. I'm scared that, you know, if things don't work out, you know, how am I going to recover, pay car notes, pay house bills, and all this kind of stuff? But if you let fear take hold of you, you will never be anything. Everybody that will be successful did not allow fear to hold them. I'll tell you a little story about Tyra Banks. Who knows who Tyra Banks is? Who is Tyra Banks? Yes, that's one of the things she does. Tyra Banks, I don't know if you guys have that show, Dancing with the Stars. Give me a second. Yeah, I want to really talk about Tyra Banks. Because Tyra Banks is like, you are like Helen Press, Davis, there was Oluchi, they were all models. You know how many, if you tell your father, I want to be a model, what do they say? They were like, you know, model, what do? They wear swimsuits, they wear dress, you want to show yourself, you want to spoil yourself. That's what they say. That's how this environment is. So when I'm talking to you now, I'm trying to tell you that whatever your dream is, don't allow anybody to limit you with any negative. Whether it's your husband, your sister, your brother. There was a time a member of my family was telling me, you can't do business because you are too kind. You will give everything out. It shouldn't stop you from trying. Or they will tell you, you can't do this because many people tried it and it flopped. Then you will not do it. So I'm in a place now where nobody can tell me what I can do. I don't have anything to lose. So I'll tell you about Tyra Banks and I'll tell you about my first job in America. So Tyra Banks started as a model, right? American top model. And she has her own show, many shows, a talk show, and then the model. She hosted Dancing with the Stars, took over. In 2009, she was making $30 million a year according to Forbes. Forbes is an authentic report over there, so it's not like $30 million. I'm telling you, I'm not seeing your face making this. You know what $30 million is? Yeah. She broke every barrier because she's black. It's very difficult. We have to call a spade a spade. Over there, they were like, and And she wasn't that pretty. They used to laugh at her that she had big forehead here. But Tyra Banks was somebody who didn't care and went after her dream. Okay, so now she has published a self-book called Tyra's Beauty Inside and Out, and another fiction novel called Motherland. And she wrote a book with her mother called Perfect is Boring. See that? Because we're always waiting for perfect. Perfection is a stealer and a killer of dreams. It tried to steal my dream. Perfection. Because I always wanted everything to be perfect. I know this lady, she believes in me. We went to the same college or high school. We went to the same university. We call it college over there. And she knows that this is my quality. But look at the time I'm doing this. This is like 30 years after. Right? Because life happened. Got married, didn't work out. So I'm not just coming here and talking. And one of the reasons was that I didn't have a child at that time. Children comes from God. When I left that marriage, I was alone, and people were like, it's not good for you to be alone. Not too long later, I met somebody that I was happy with, and under 3 months, I got pregnant. And I have a son that's doing very well today, by the grace of God. So, if that marriage didn't break up, I wouldn't have found, God wouldn't have blessed me with the other ones. Disappointment is part of life. Failure is success turned upside down. You have to grow with everything. And the only difference between a winner and somebody who's a failure is because the winner never quit. They never quit. It's very hard. Sometimes I have to call people to pray for me. Some of the people I call to pray for me are in this room. I can't pray. I'm just like, I'm tired. But that's what you do. When you're tired of praying, you call people to pray for you or pray with you. So anyway, Tyra, what did I say Tyra was? She was a model. But do you know today she's a professor in the Stanford University, a co-professor teaching people about branding. Branding is not almost like this. Branding is who you are, what you do. Are you a businessman that supplies gravel? Are you a coordinator, Quechua, fashion designer? Whatever God has given you. Computer science is not a big thing. Life is fluid. Life is fluid. Fluid means that it's like water. It's dynamic. It flows. Life is not static. It doesn't stay in one place. It's not like you say, oh, don't worry, I will do it in 2 years, I'll do it in 3 years. When I don't reach me to do it in 2 years, they don't take your certificate again. Nobody asks me for certificate abroad. They ask for your experience and they test you. If you like, cheat. When they give you work to do, that's when they will know if you know what you are doing. They don't stay in the room with us when we are doing exams. If you like, try to copy. When they work their questions for you, you have to use your mental capacity. And now, because I don't lie, I didn't want them to catch me. She was like, as long as you work in SAT, that's enough with me. Are you available to come to work to me? And guess what? That person that told me that I'm not going to get that job, she started using my card, my discount card, to buy clothes. Before my factory get to come and talk, I want to tell you about Jasmine Tolulope Oguns. Okay? Remember what people are doing. I know a few people here that they have lost their husband. And they didn't know how strong that they are. They are in this room. You know? Can you imagine if you are a single mother and your children are reacting badly, they are strong-willed, and there's no man around to guide them? You still have to give up or you fight for your life. I don't want ordinary life. I want to try. I don't like it when you say, how you doing? I want you to aspire to, man, God is good, man. You know, that you go sing that song where they call Agbabola. How much is money? All or premium. Somebody here, Professor, what is alopecia?
Alopecia?
Yes.
And that's the receding of your hair.
Yes.
That gives baldness.
Yes. She's correct. So have you seen people that it doesn't matter what, their hair just refuses to grow and it just starts, they become bald, like women. So this happened to Jasmine. She was only in her 20s. She was in a technical polytechnic in Kaduna side. You know, she's Yoruba lady, Jasmine Tolulope Oguns, a Yoruba native, right? She started suffering with the alopecia and its complications. It got to a stage she became suicidal. She wanted to kill herself. You know, women now, our hair is our glory. You know, even if you're going to do both, you do style, you carry out chakras, now you have gorgeous people in a house like this able to boldly carry bold hair. But before, we think that your hair has to be long up to this and all that and coily and all. Now we have people doing dreads, they're very confident. But anyway, Jasmine suffered, they call her ugly. You know what it is when you pass, they call you ugly. And when she wore her wig, they just pull it off her head and they laugh at her. Everybody knew her and they think. This is something like 20 years ago, so it wasn't too common. And she was very depressed and wanted to kill herself. Around that time, her boyfriend, she was going to get married, is her fiance, they were going to marry the next year. Jasmine decided to trust her mother-in-law and just tell her the truth because she had not known. So she told her mother-in-law what she was suffering. Her mother-in-law told the man to call off the wedding, that she doesn't want their grandchildren to have alopecia. So she called it off. And she was a little depressed, of course, but she had spent all her money looking for treatment. She went to the natural herbalist, she went to real hospital and all that, and nothing worked. Finally, she read on the internet that that thing is a normal thing and it happens like that. She's not a witch. Because people started calling her that she has witchcraft and all sort of stuff. And she actually attempted to take a poison, but it didn't work. So once she found that is Jasmine's journey of self-discovery. Right? Because before that, she had low self-esteem. So the opposite of having high self-esteem is a low self-esteem when you don't believe that you are beautiful enough, when you don't believe that unless you are light-skinned and you bleach yourself to the bone, that you're not beautiful. When you don't believe that because you didn't go to university, that you can't communicate. So you'll be saying that you don't want to speak in public. When they call you to come and do one small thing for a celebrant, you say, they fear. No! Even if you miss up the day, haven't you seen all these musicians? How they are? How many of them can speak? And they have so many followers. So Jasmine found her calling and she became confident, so she shaved off all her hair. Like that lady here. Turn the camera around. See how beautiful she is? That's Miss Sarah. I want my hair to be like that. Probably going to do that when I go back. Although I still have my wings, I'm a diva, you know? So, anyways, So Jasmine shaved all her hair like that, and she found a foundation. She organized a non-profit foundation called Alopecia Heroic. You know the meaning of heroic. Heroic is like savior. You know, we are proud people. And no longer being ashamed, they have 44 people in it now. If you Google Heroic, Heroic, and foundation, Heroic Alopecia Foundation. Sorry, alopecia is Alopecia. Jasmine is Jasmine. Oguns. Her name is longer than that, but she likes to go by Oguns. She's on Facebook, she's everywhere. You can find her on YouTube, you'll see all her story. And there's so many people like that, we don't have time, I'm trying to round up. So, she went from being suicidal. Can you imagine if she had killed herself? For what? Do you know that that's why when I came in today, I asked you what are one of the things that keep us awake? Awake at night, the stress you go through, financial, or your life can change. What you say, money? Money can come, get good attitude. Connections, be good, and people will see you, and one day they will say, this is our talent, so we need somebody that will do this. Especially fashion and catering and all of those things. Or you know how to repair stuff or do hair. So they founded that, and it's very successful now. People donate money into their account. What lessons can we learn about the story of Jasmine? It means sometimes as we travel in our journey to self-discovery, life will throw us on a curve. And it can be confusing and scary and lonely. Right? Think about you as I'm talking, your own journey. All the things that you have been through in your life and you have overcame. You are strong people. Women are strong. They are resilient. Resilience is bounce. They will bounce back. Me, when I go through stuff, it might be like 2-3 days, maybe a week. After that, I wash my face and I start again from where I stopped with prayer. So it means that nothing should be able to break us. God will strengthen us and make us wiser. As we go through the dark periods, we'll find courage. Alright? That she had no idea that this is how her life will go. But she was able to turn it around. You understand? So this is called survival instincts. And we have to fight. Can somebody tell me why it's very important for you to continue to fight till you get to where you are going? I just want to see if somebody can tell us.
Because when there is hope, there's this thing that when there is life, you don't give up until the owner of life takes it away. Because by your continuous living, there is the possibility that as you're trying, keep on trying, you will definitely get it one day. Because winners don't quit. And you have to keep on trying. When you also have faith in your ability and in your God, that it's not yet over.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Warrior, Russian. We all know about prayer, so I don't even need to talk to you about prayer yet. Colossians 2 verse 15 says, Christ defeated the principalities and powers and disgraced them openly and triumphed. Another thing is very important, don't overshare your goals. Oversharing means talking to people about your dreams, your life. That delayed me 10 years. I used to say, I'm about to write a book, I'm about to do this, I'm about to do that, I'm about to do this. For some reason, there was always trials and tribulations. I wasn't able to cross that place until I started learning to keep some things to myself. I'm just a happy, pure person that doesn't go around looking for, like, this person is evil. I just want to share with one or two people to encourage me to be happy. But it doesn't even mean that it's just them that are this thing. They're really, some people just jealous and be like, what does she have that I don't have? Why would she want to become this and, and not me? And before you know it, you don't know who is the spirit behind that. So you already know that, I'm sure. I don't have to talk about that. Number 4 is to be intentional and persist. She's talked about that. Please put your phone on silent. So you should be intentional and persist. Quitting should never be an option. No matter how tough it may get, fix your eyes on the prize and show up for yourself every day. I said, show up for yourself. Not always showing up for other people. Show up for yourself. Wake up for you. Stand in front of the mirror and say, today is Millicent's day. I gave myself that name, Godmother of Motivation. I gave myself Image Diva. My friends want to call me Agasuzi. I say, no, I'm Image Diva. They want to call me outside of that. I say, no, I be Godmother. Before you know it, the name started sticking. It's who I am. It's branding. That is called branding. If you be fashion designer of this thing, call out that one. If you be encourager for church or whatever, do what you need to do to make sure that you get to where you are supposed to be. Okay, so that's number 4. And number 5 is to get knowledge. Can you go anywhere without knowledge?
No.
So that means that sometimes you may have to go back to a training or school. Didn't I go and do motivational? I might not be speaking all this time, I've been doing MC, but MC is different from motivational speaking. People's life is now indirectly in your hands, their destiny. If you steer them the wrong way, it's on you. So you have to learn, and also as a motivational speaker, there are people that are life coach. What are your motivation? Are you for the youth? Or are you for self-improvement? Or are you for health, exercise, wellness? I am not into the health, exercise awareness thing. I'm also about the mindset, but I'm more about self-awareness. I want to help people because I found out that so many people do not know what their quality is or how to find their dream. And that is one of my strengths. So talking with them, I can help them. Alright? Necessity is the mother of invention, they say. So, you remember, why am I telling you all this? Because life is changing. If you don't prepare yourself, you'll be left behind. You'll be left behind. Some of you don't even know how to use your smartphone. Right? You still use it. Do you remember there was one time, there wasn't, we didn't have a cell phone. We had analog. It was plugged to the wall. It can't move around. We didn't even have phone before that. Everybody managed to survive. Then life changed. Analog came. If your uncle called you from abroad, all of you will gather and say, let me talk, it's my turn, it's my turn. Right? And then somebody became lazy and said, I'm tired of standing in one place, so I want my phone to follow me to the kitchen, to the toilet, to the car to walk. And they invented it. Who invented phone? Is it not somebody that is smart that decided that there is a need for something? I need you to remember this. There's one phrase that helped me. Where there is a need, follow it, you know. See a need and deliver. See a need. See where there is problem. Like school. When people are going to school and the children don't have good food or all those kind of things, you can see that need and decide to be the one that will fill it. You understand? For instance, I saw a need when I came to Nigeria recently. What they call that thing? MiFi. It's called MiFi. I didn't have, my phone doesn't work here. And I didn't want to have to get another phone because I wasn't planning to stay too long. I'm here on vacation. Right? What do I need another phone for? So, but my phone wouldn't work. And there's a long process just to get the hotspot and all those kind of stuff. So we found out that there's a small device that you can charge and it will give you access. How intelligent is that? Didn't somebody think about it? That's what I'm talking to. You don't have to go to computer. It doesn't have to be in your area. Right? Look at that dress that everybody's wearing. They are doing snatch look. And they can't even breathe in it. Somebody started that style. And before you know it, tailors are making up to 50K, 200. Extra Bride is in Lagos. Extra Bride makes clothes for people like Bimbo Adeboye and the actress and all those people. And she charges $500,000 just to sew. So even if you are sewing, tell yourself, I'm going to sew for celebrities. I'm not going to end here. If you are cooking, think about packaging. My food is good. When we were coming here, I was getting a little hungry. And they said, oh, somebody suggested, let's stop. So that's that. We're running up. Number 5 is dream big. Don't dream small. Don't dream small. Dream big. Me, I'll be okay by myself. I live abroad. You know, I'm going to get Social Security. I think it's what you guys call NIN. But when we work, what is it? Pension, sorry. It's what you call pension. Thank you very much. So, but what is pension here? When they give you pension, will it last you? Say the truth.
No.
Does the pension last?
No. It's not even like before.
So wouldn't you what did the Bible say we should leave for our children?
Yes,
Ah, do I know Bible? Yeah. So I'm trying to tell you that look, by the time I come back, I don't know when exactly, but very soon, I'm not going to stay too long. I'm going to reconvene you guys, and by the grace of God, all of you would have progressed to another level, another launch. Say amen? Amen. Don't be waiting for no pension. By the time you are done, your pension you'll be giving it out to be dashing somebody because you'll be flowing. And it's not just money. You know, take care of yourself, your health. Don't allow yourself to go because most people are dying before they get to 60 now, and it's very frustrating. Am I lying?
No.
Our people live longer, 90, 80, 100, and now you are hearing out, this person just died, and that is high blood pressure. Of course, the government is not doing anything better to help us. But are we just going to sit down there? If the government doesn't ever change, are you going to just live your life like that? Say, one day God just come and just go. You know, fight? God bless you. So, also, please don't stop your children from fantasy. You know how sometimes you are eating and your pikin say, I'm going to have this, I'm going to do this, when I'm teaching, say, keep quiet, you dream big. Don't tell them to stop dreaming. Or if they want to eat this, you say, you be thief, you don't take egg before this thing, so and so. No! Let them know that they are great. They are going to be great. You understand? Don't stop them from fantasizing. My sister used to talk to somebody on the wall when she was small. She used to say, see over there, I'm telling you this. It's part of imagination. You think it's great, you say, now spirit they turn to. You know, when you see all those children that play with their doll baby, it's fantasy. When you see the game, those children that are playing games, they drive me crazy. My son used to play games, doesn't want to do his homework. But he's doing great today. He tried to tell me to trust him. You understand? They will be children, will be children. You just have to, and children are different from each other. All your children are different. My father used to say, I know you are sensitive, oh. You understand? I know you are sensitive. You know how to talk to me, and you know how to talk to the other person differently. Because we all have different sensitivity. So when you talk to your children, treat them on their own individual level. Come down to their level, listen to them. Never be too busy and go to your phone or try to do something. You have to make time and know them and guide them because we are responsible for their lives. Okay? Let them do whatever they want to do. Painting. Do you know what they paint painters? All those times we used to want people to be engineer, architect, and this and that. What is going on? Now, look at the artist. You know? So, whatever they want to be, encourage them, but be the best of that version. Alright? So, that's that. And, wrapping up. This is the end. Last page. Before I do this last page, I want to invite Ms. Fatoye Ufuoma to come in and give us just like 10 minutes. And then we will wrap up and then we'll do the discussion. How are we doing so far? Thank you.
I touch a little bit on what she has said about finding your purpose and why you must find your purpose. If I may ask, how many of us have private jets here? We don't have. How many of us have sports, Range Rover sports? How many of us have 100 million in our accounts?
Not to.
Auntie Maria.
You got 100 million.
So that means we are not yet there, at least secularly, because the world is waiting for us to manifest. Yesterday night, I just stumbled upon the story of this Chizoba Wigwe, the wife of that Herbert Wigwe that crashed. And I was amazed. Her story is even greater than the husband's story. She's rich. She's a woman who came back from America at the age of 26 and she started from Okari Market, buying things to sell, doing buying and selling. She went into so many areas. Eventually she went into construction, not knowing that she's the owner of this Cranberg construction, building houses, hotels all over Nigeria. She's so great to me. And she has 4 children, managing the husband and everything. So women, we still have a long way to go. Some of us are satisfied because we are women, we want to take a bath. Yeah, I'm okay, or at least I'm able to take care of my children. I don't want it to be too forward. No. If you are withholding the talent that God has given to you, you are denying so many other people of blessings. Because we are supposed to be channels of blessings. So please, let's not rest on our hearts. We still have so many things to do. You know, finding my purpose well, my story, just like how we school together, we finished school, we didn't really know where to go. But we used to really talk about what we want to do in life. It's good to have friends that we talk about. And she took that image name from what we used to brainstorm about. Because we said we're going to have a company called Image Maker. We're going to go into branding. We write about how we're going to be wearing black and white. We're going to brand our, we talk, shared so many dreams.
Life happened.
Yes, life happened. She went to America, I stayed behind, I got married, and my husband was the type that he used to work all over Nigeria and he didn't want me to work. So I didn't work for so many years. But after a while, I said, I'm a graduate for heaven's sake. I have to do something. I can't just be a housewife. So I started the school. Long story, but I'm just trying to. And 2 years later, my husband died. So just imagine if I didn't start the school. You know, when I started school, I was on rented property when he died. And eventually I discovered this is really what I was meant to do. Because when I was young, I used to love speaking English. All my friends, they knew me. I would pick all the big words from the dictionary. I would show off. You know, God was just telling me that you have to speak. You have to talk to people. The same year he died, I bought the property for my school, because by then, like she said, when something negative happens to you, pick it up and you begin to run. I was now desperate. I couldn't fail. I have 3 children to take care of. They don't care. They have to eat. They're not worried about anything. I even started a foundation, Flying Without Wings, because my wings were cut off. Because my husband was everything to me. She knew him, handsome, everything. And I was, like, he used to take care of all my needs. But now I had to learn to fly. And I did fly. And I thank God for it. So we still have so much to do. Thank God I found my purpose. I'm so passionate. When you find your purpose, when you wake up in the morning, you want to go to work. You want to go to that place. You want to go and make an impact. I'm excited. I go to the classes. I talk to the children. All my children, they love me. Once their parents, we talk to them, and they say, proprietors will come and they behave themselves wherever they are. Some are all over the world now. I still reach out to them. I still spoke with one in France yesterday. So when you find your purpose, you live it, and then you fly. So let's not give up. There are still so many things to do. I have to go into other businesses. I have to partner with other people to start businesses. So I can't relax and say, my school is running fine, so I'm okay. No, there are still so many things to do. Many times we just may go back to that thing. We go back to image maker and all that. So please, I want to encourage us as women. We should even strive to be richer than our husbands. Let's not take a back seat all the time. We have it in us, and God will help each and every one of us. I want to hear your stories.
Please give her another round of applause. Wasn't that very good? That is what I'm talking about. Our kids the last child was only 1 year or 2 years old when her husband died. And they're all doing excellent. They're all graduating, flying colors. So you have with you it's an evaluation form. You are going to evaluate me how I did. If I did any area that you think that I didn't do well, can I have one? We'll learn about the journey of self-discovery. I'll actually ask a few of you, but it is that you should never give up. That God has called you to do great. God has called you to impact life. That the gifts, the treasures that is inside of you is not meant for only you. How many of you agree? When the gifts, like that last speaker said, she speaks, whatever gift that you have, she's somebody who always wants to see somebody else get better. That gift is not for you. Many kids have passed through her school. She has impacted their life, their destiny. You work in the hospital. You have made an impact in people. Sometimes people come, they insist that you are the one that will take care of their family, right? Yeah. So even food, people get married. You are the one that cater their events, right? So those gifts that God has given you, it is not for you to carry back to heaven. Even if you have a good job, you have to do that gift that they've called you. Your gift is your passion. It's your purpose in life, right? And what will take you there is faith, because fear is going to come. There is no perfect time. You understand? So there's no perfect time to do anything. The time is now. Don't do like some people be waiting, I need to get 50K in my account before I do it. I did it. I made a mistake. I don't want you to follow that. Start small. I mean, a lot of people told me then, I confess, I didn't want to do that. I wanted everything to be perfect. But perfectionism is a killer. You know, it's a killer of dreams. Just like Shafe said over here, he says, perfectionism is self-abuse of the highest form. Your abuse is self-abuse. It means if you're waiting for everything to be perfect, you don't love yourself enough. You don't believe that you can be. You don't trust God enough because it's not about you. It's just about stepping out. Sometimes all you have to do is introduce to people and say, this is who I am, this is what I do, and they will just give you a chance. And if they don't even, dust yourself and present yourself. Like, let's say you make meat pie and all that. You guys have some snacks to eat there. It's someone that did that. It's someone that was known for that. Alright? Prayer works.